اور محمد والے محمد صلی اللہ علیہ وسلم. انتہائی مختصر سے وقت میں بعض جگہوں پہ آج 4 محرم ہے. ہمارے یہاں بھی ٹھیک پچھلے سال 4 محرم میں نے ایک کانفرنس کا ریفرنس دیا تھا کہ مدینہ میں ایک کانفرنس ہوئی تھی. بعد میں میرے بزرگ نقوی شاہ صاحب تشریف فرما ہے، نذیر شاہ صاحب مجھ سے گفتگو کی اور کہا کہ سرکار ممکن نہیں ہے کہ مدینہ میں کوئی غیر مسلم داخل ہو سکے. 1 سال تک میں نے انتظار کیا سرکار آپ کی اس بات کا. میں نے اس وقت بھی بک کا ریفرنس دیا تھا. اس سوال کا جواب میں کل دوں گا. آج جو کل والا سوال تھا میں اس کی طرف درود پڑھی محمد والے. اللہم صلی علی محمد. Yesterday the question was, why do we have 12 imams? Why not 11? Why not 13? صرف اسی سوال پہ بات کر اور کچھ نہیں. میں نے خطبہ بھی نہیں پڑھا، وہ میں نے بیٹے کے حوالے سے پورا. ٹھیک ہے سرکار، قبلہ صاحب تشریف فرما ہے، خوش قسمتی ہے اور دعائیں لینے کے لیے اللہ پاک ان کو زندگی دے، صحت و سلامتی دے، اور آپ تمام مومنین کو مولا امام زمانہ کی زیارت کرنے کی توفیق دے. ابھی شجاعت شاہ صاحب بھی پڑھ رہے تھے. We were together in Salah in one meeting, and over there was a question as well, that can we give a proof of 12 imams from Quran and from the statements of Prophet Muhammad. I did the same thing over there and prove it that yes, 12 imams, those divine imams which are created by Allah, not by even Prophet Muhammad, not even by Prophet Muhammad himself. He is just the wonderful declarer of these imams. MashaAllah. He is the proclaimed announcer of these imams. He is the most authenticated personality who introduced those imams through his own language, through his own words, through his own tongue, by the support of Allah. So you see the pedestal of the institution of Imama, that even the father of Imama cannot declare himself who will be Imam, who will not be Imam. It is the institution of Almighty Allah. I'm going to give you quickly references and then I will come back to the discussion. Hazrat Moses alayhi salatu wasalam, Prophet Musa, right? He has his own 12 imams, or 12 caliphs, or 12 successors, or 12 commanders. And Hazrat Isa alayhi salatu wasalam, or Jesus, he has his own 12 commanders, 12 imams. 12 imams were there in the blood of Moses, but not through the blood of Musa. Be careful. Not through the blood of Moses. They were chosen by Moses, not by Allah. 12 imams or 12 caliphs of Jesus Christ, not chosen by Allah, selected by Jesus Christ or Hazrat Isa. See the difference. Almighty Allah, through the will of these wonderful prophets, wanted to create a stage that people should come to know it, that the word 12 has a symbolic, historical touch. When Moses has got his own 12, Jesus Christ has got his own 12, and when the last prophet is coming, so Allah picked up this tradition and said, "Oh prophet, you are not going to select by yourself, you are just going to announce it." I am the Allah who is going to give you the names of those 12. So by yourself, you can't declare those prophets, imams. Reference, the book Kitab al-Imara, published in Saudi Arabia. Conference का reference दिया था कि मदीना में conference हुई थी, बाद में मेरे बुजुर्ग नकवी शाह साहब तशरीफ फरमा, नज़ीर शाह साहब मुझसे गुफ्तगू की और कहा कि सरकार मुमकिन नहीं है कि मदीने में कोई गैर मुस्लिम दाखिल हो सके। 1 साल तक मैंने इंतजार किया सरकार आपकी इस बात का। मैंने उस वक्त भी बुक का रेफरेंस दिया था। इस सवाल का जवाब मैं कल दूंगा। आज जो कल वाला सवाल था मैं उसकी तरफ दरूद बड़ी मोहम्मद वाले। Yesterday the question was, why do we have 12 imams? Why not 11? Why not 13? सिर्फ इसी सवाल पे बात कर और कुछ नहीं। मैंने खुतबा भी नहीं पढ़ा, वो मैंने बेटे के हवाले से पूरा। ठीक है सरकार, अब्दुल्ला साहब तशरीफ फरमा है, खुशकिस्मती है और दुआएं लेने के लिए अल्लाह पाक इनको जिंदगी दे, से तो सलामती दे और आप तमाम मोमिनीन को मौला इमाम ज़माना की ज़ियारत करने की तौफीक दे। अभी शुजात शाह साहब भी पढ़ रहे थे। We were together in Salau in one meeting, and over there was a question as well, that can we give a proof of 12 imams from Quran and from the statements of Prophet Muhammad? I did the same thing over there and proved it, that yes, 12 imams, those divine imams which are created by Allah, not by even Prophet Muhammad, not even by Prophet Muhammad himself. He is just the wonderful declarer of these imams. MashaAllah. He is the proclaimed announcer of these imams. He is the most authenticated personality who introduced those imams through his own language, through his own words, through his own tongue, by the support of Allah. So you see the pedestal of the institution of Imama, that even the father of Imama cannot declare himself who will be Imam, who will not be Imam. It is the institution of Almighty Allah. Let me give you quickly references and then I will come back to the discussion. Hazrat Moses alayhi salatu wasalam, Prophet Musa, right? He has his own 12 imams, or 12 caliphs, or 12 successors, or 12 commanders. And Hazrat Isa alayhi salatu wasalam, or Jesus, he has his own 12 commanders, 12 imams. 12 imams were there in the blood of Moses, but not through the blood of Musa. Be careful. Not through the blood of Moses. They were chosen by Moses, not by Allah. 12 imams or 12 caliphs of Jesus Christ, not chosen by Allah, selected by Jesus Christ or Hazrat Isa. See the difference. Almighty Allah, through the will of these wonderful prophets, wanted to create a stage that people should come to know it, that the word 12 has a symbolic, historical touch. When Moses has got his own 12, Jesus Christ has got his own 12, and when the last prophet is coming, so Allah picked up this tradition and said, "Oh prophet, you are not going to select by yourself, you are just going to announce it. I am the Allah who is going to give you the names of those 12. So by yourself, you can't declared those prophets, imams. Reference, the book Kitab al-Imara, published in Saudi Arabia, edition number 3, and the year 1997, and the first edition 1979, then the second edition 1980, and published in Al-Riyadh, then second time in Dammam, third time in Medina University, and amazingly, just think about Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. The book name is Kitab al-Amara, right? Volume number 2 and 3, and it is a book of different editions, and in the traditions, right, Hazrat Ibn Sa'id al-Khudri, he narrated that I heard from Prophet of Allah that 12 imams will be there from my blood in this universe. The greatest point in this book is that it published in Saudi Arabia. I need your attention. It did not publish in Pakistan or in UK, in Saudi Arabia. They are deadly against your imam. They do not believe that imam is there. But to somehow, Almighty Allah is there. Not in a one book. Look at the second book as well. Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal, section number 2, volume 3, and published in Makkah. And what is there? Prophet said, narrated by Hazrat Sayyid Khudri again. Ravi Hazrat Sayyid Khudri. Prophet said, oh, my followers, keep your eyes open. You will be guided by 12 divine imams in this world. And the Qiyamah and the doomsday will never come until the 12th come in this world. Until the 12th come. Again, published in Makkah. Right. And why do we have 12? Very simple. Very simple. You know, after Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, two clans, Abbasis and Umayyads. Umayyads and Abbasis. When Prophet said there will be 12 imams, in Umayyads there were more than 12. In Abbasis there were more than 12. In Abbasis there were more than 12. In Umayyads there were more than 12. So this hadith, typical hadith, an authentic one, cannot be applied either on Abbasis or on Umayyads. This is the research point, right? Either we cannot apply on Umayyads or we cannot apply on Abbasis. So there is a somebody who is the father of these imams. And then again, the book published in Syria and then published in Lebanon. In Lebanon, by Dr. Ali Chumran al-Hasami. Al-Hasami, right? And the book name is The Guided 12 from Almighty Allah. Sunni scholar. Sunni scholar, not Shia scholar, Sunni scholar. And he said, when we see the history that Umayyads cannot fulfill the requirements of the hadith of Prophet, and even the Abbasis cannot. So the point of the human being wisdom comes only on the door of Ali the Great, that he has the 12 imams. Firm believe in 12 imams. If anybody asks you that where come your 12 imams, he said, through the words of Prophet, but created, nominated, selected and elected by Allah himself. Why? Quran says, my Prophet never did anything until Allah asked him to do so. मेरा नबी कोई कुछ भी अपनी जुबान से नहीं कहता जब तक अल्लाह उसे हुक्म नहीं देता. भाई इस बात पे तो ईमान है ना सबका. And the tradition which I presented in front of you, it's not only in one book. By the grace of God, how many books I have seen? 48 authentic books of ahadith are carrying this tradition. This is the reason my Sunni brothers, my Ahle Hadith brothers, after 4 caliphs, they try to introduce the different imams to fulfill the tradition of the 12 imams. Even some include Muawiyah, some include Yazid, right? In order to justify the tradition of Prophet Muhammad, that people will ask them, where is the tradition of that Prophet Muhammad? Where is the hadith of that Prophet Muhammad when he said there will be 12 imams? Do you have 12 imams? And this question came in general. Even the first court of the first caliph of the Muslims, not the Islam. Second caliph of the Muslims, not the Islam. Third caliph, when Ali the Great came, and he sat on the right on the same stage where Prophet used to sit, and Ali the Great said, yes, I am the first one, and the 12th one is also from my progeny, and he will be from my blood, and his name will be Imam al-Mahdi. You should not be afraid of that. Yes, you should be afraid of your acts, your niyyah, your actions. Do not consider that only Allah is watching you. No, the 2 great witnesses are watching you as well. Your Imam and the greatest witness of him, Hazrat Isa as well. They all are watching you what you are doing. Do not consider yourself that you are unseenable. Even, should I tell you, according to the Bible, Hazrat Isa has a limit. His prophethood has a limit, geographical limit. Geographical limit. He has a boundary. But your Imam is boundaryless. Because he is Imam al-Mashariq wa Imam al-Magharib. कभी भी मत सोचिएगा कि आपका इमाम आपको देख नहीं रहा. Never mind. Otherwise, it will be a contradiction with your belief. When you go into the cemetery, how Imam can enter into your cemetery? भाई जब तुम्हारा अकीदा ही खराब है तो तुम्हें कैसे पता चलेगा कि तुम ये दुनिया में कहते थे कि इमाम कब्र में दाखिल हो सकता है और जो जिंदा इमाम है उसके बारे में भूल गए? So be careful about your life, about your all deeds, about your actions, about your all actions. Sayyidus Sajidin, two imams in these 12, they wet through blood. Qibla Sahib is there. He will second my opinion. The 4th one and the 12th one. The 4th one and 12th. Only one sentence from the last book. The senior professor of the Colorado State University, Dr. Al-Hamid Al-Jamad Samawawi, still a professor of philosophy in Colorado State University, his book, Why 12 Weeps Blood? भाई 12वां खून क्यों रोता है, इस मौजू पे बात है. क्या किताब लिखी उस शख्सियत ने, लाखों सलाम उसको. He said why? Because he said when my father said every day is Karbala, every place is Karbala, every day is Ashura. You create Ashura, you people, when you fight with each other, when you have spiritual diseases, your Imam weeps blood on you. You are my followers. What Jesus will say me on that day, oh my Imam Mahdi, these were your followers? They were fighting against each other for this stupid world? So remove all these barriers. Try to reconcile your soul. Purify your soul. You should be ready now. You never know when your Imam is coming. Nobody can tell you except that Imam, I am very close. Even the death is not very close to you. मैं तुम्हारे इतना करीब हूं कि मौत भी तुम्हारे इतनी करीब नहीं है. अल्लाह आपको तमाम आफात से महफूज रखे.
गुजारिश करूंगा मेरे मोहतरम, मैं इन्हीं के इंतजार में था. ان کی آمدن کے انتظار میں میں طوالت کی گزارش کروں گا پروفیسر محمد حماد نقوی صاحب سے کہ وہ نذرانہ عقیدت پیش کریں، اور آپ حضرات سے گزارش ہے کہ یہاں سامنے یہ جگہ کافی ہے، جو کھڑے ہیں وہ سیدھے آگے آ جائیں۔ بار محمد والے محمد صلوات۔
وہ مومنین جو کائنات میں جہاں کہیں بھی اس وقت عزاداری سید الشہداء میں مشغول ہیں یا ماتمداری میں یا نوحہ خان میں، مولا ان کو امام زمانہ کے صدقے میں ہر قسم کی مشکل سے محفوظ رکھے، ان کے لیے بھی بلند تر صلوات۔ اعوذ باللہ من الشیطان الرجیم، بسم اللہ الرحمن الرحیم، الحمدللہ رب العالمین الرحمن الرحیم، الصلاة والسلام علی رسولہ الکریم وآلہ الطیبین الطاہرین المعصومین، بسم اللہ الرحمن الرحیم، اقرأ باسم ربک الذی خلق، خالق الانسان من علق، درود محمد Allah Rabbul Izzat, with the name of most merciful and beneficent. درود پڑھ لیجیے محمد والی محمد۔ بسم اللہ تشریف لائیے۔
محمد والے محمد صلوات۔
قبلہ صاحب تشریف لا چکے ہیں، بہت ہی مختصر ایک سوال کا جواب اور چھوٹی سی بات آگے، باقی کل انشاءاللہ۔ وہ سوال پچھلے سال کا شاید میں نے اس کو دوبارہ کنفرم کر لیا ہے، ٹھیک ہے جی، کہ صرف نان مسلم عیسائی ہی نہیں تھے اس کانفرنس میں، اس میں جیوز بھی شامل تھے، جو میں نے پچھلے سال آپ پڑھا۔ ایک نیا ریفرنس بھی دیتا ہوں۔ In the architectural discipline in Madinatul Munawwara, where the 5-star, 6-star and 7-star hotels were constructed, the brain behind the architecture was American people, and the map was passed by the American people, and then it was taken into Madinatul Munawwara, and people were hired from the different parts of the world as a laborer and masons and the different developers and the engineers. In one hotel I can confirm you, till 7 months, that the period of the construction, the one American, he was not a Muslim, I'm confirmed that, John Romford's company was the construction of that hotel. That person remained in Madinatul Munawwara for more than 4 months. And that is from the history of the architecture of Madinatul Munawwara. So, the question is done. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, chapter number 30th, okay, and the surah number 96, and Al-Alq, the clot. English translation, the clot means the blood, the frozen blood. Alq means the frozen blood. Alq, the frozen blood. That's one meaning. Second, the blood which has wisdom. These are the two meanings of al-alq. But the clot. In the first verse, "O read, Prophet, with the command of Allah." The second verse, which we started today, "Oh, why don't you read with the name of that Allah who has created you?" These are the two verses. Right from the first speech today until today, I'm just creating the foundation by giving the different questions and putting it. How we can perceive the meaning of the second verse? It is the first surah. The first 5 verses were revealed very first time on Prophet, not the whole surah. First 5 verses, and then after some gap, then the remaining verses, the 14 verses, came in 3 different parts on Prophet. But it's Makki, it's a Makki surah. So there are some hidden points in that. And from the early surahs which were revealed to Prophet, there is one which is known as Surah At-Takasur. At-Takasur means rivalry, worldly increase. जिसे हम कहते हैं ना, दुनिया के माल में लड़ना. Surah At-Takasur. In order to understand the second verse of Surah Al-Alq, I need your attention with this reference of the surah number 106, which is At-Takasur. Where Subhanallah Ta'ala is saying Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Right. And then, I start with the name of Beneficent and with the Merciful. Please switch off your cell phone. Please switch off your cell phone. Thank you.
Muhammad Salawat.
The chapter number 106, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, Al-Hakim At-Takasur, Zuratumul Mukar. These are the 2 verses. When these 2 verses came on Prophet, there was a wisdom over there. 2 different tribes were fighting. One was Bani Manaf, and second was Bani Saham. Qibla Sahib is there. He will second my opinion. 2 groups were fighting. On which basis? On the basis of blood, children, wealth, their discipline, and respect in their society. And how Allah has drawn their life in the Quran. The 2 groups, and listen to the translation now. Al-Hakim At-Takasur. Oh, you who are involved in fighting for the sake of your blood and for your money and wealth. And the second verse. You don't know you have to see your graves? Yes. You don't know you have to see your graves? And here, Imam Ibn al-Mardawiyah, right? He is giving you this message through Hazrat Ibn Abbas, the direct student of Ali the Great of Quran explanation. The direct student of Quranic explanation of Ali the Great. And he said, I listened from my Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam when this surah was getting revealed on me. That what? That the 2 clans who were fighting for what? Just for this worldly respect. They were not looking for the afterworld. And Allah said, oh Prophet, tell them carefully, and tell them attentively, and tell them with authority. Don't you think that Allah has created graves for you? The land is waiting for you. It's not Allah. The land where you have to go. And then Prophet said, oh my companions, you still have a doubt about your death. Please have a doubt about your cemetery, but do not have a doubt on your death. भाई कब्र पे शक कर लेना, लेकिन मौत पे कभी शक न करना, रसूल फरमा रहे हैं। Do not fight among themselves. Do not fight with each other. For what? For money? For your children? For your kids and kids? For this worldly respect? We have lost the message of Quran. We have forgiven Quran. We have left Nahjul Balagha. We love to read just pen-and-topic novels. Right? We love to buy the CDs, but we do not go to the library. We want to understand the meaning of jihad without knowing what is the correct meaning of jihad. Let's have one reference now. Today, the professor who converted in 1989 as a Muslim through one address of Nahjul Balagha. He's alive. Remember the reference. Whenever you go to the United States of America, please try to meet this man. Lovely person. Lang Jeffrey Orison, the professor of analytical research of mathematics in the University of Arkansas, the head of mathematics. He said in 1989, I had a dialogue with one Irani student on the internet. On the internet. And I'm surprised, was there internet at that time or not? I'm still surprised.
Wow.
I couldn't find this reference, but I will try to find it out. But the book is there. He published the name. He said the student came and said, what you are teaching to me? I'm the student of PhD. And he was my student. He said, my Mawla said this thing about mathematics. My Mawla said this mathematics. Should I give you that statement? What Imam said, Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salatu wasalam, your sixth infallible, your sixth patron, your sixth Imam, your sixth leader, what he said the mathematics is a playing game of my follower. भाई मैथमेटिक्स मेरे मानने वालों की खेलने की गेम है, ये खेलने वाली है, इसमें कुछ भी नहीं. And you see that the whole Europe is running away from mathematics. And that person, when he studied that address, he converted and then he wrote a book. After 11 years being a Muslim, practicing Muslim, he used to go to the mosque, deliver the lectures, right? And when he read Al-Hakim Zurat al-Bukhari, he came to understand what is the meaning of Ali the Great's address. What is the meaning of Ali the Great? Right? And what he said in his own book is that when my religion was lost, I was running away. These are his 2 books. And in those 2 books, he said, do not misguide yourself through the word of jihad. Follow the word of Ali the Great. Ali said, arm yourself with your pen and book. Arm yourself, A-R-M, arm. Arm yourself with pen and book. Allah has given you the best gift in this universe. One is pen and one is book. Please hold it carefully. And whenever you read new book, you will find how many ignorances you have in your mind. How many ignorances you have in your mind. Do not fight for the sake of your children. Do not fight for the sake of money. Do not fight for the sake of land. Do not fight for the sake of spiritual diseases. Always fight. How can you become the better follower of 14 Masumeen? Fight on this issue. Do not fight on other issues on the land, on the kids and other things, right? They will not help you. But we are there, the 14, who will help you in your cemetery and the here world after as well. आखिरी बात, एक शेर की रिक्वेस्ट को मैं जरूर सुना देता हूँ, बस यही आखिरी. मजलिस शब्बीर में यूं बन ठन के ना आया कर. ये रिक्वेस्ट है. और आपको पता है कि मैं ज्यादा मेरा ताल्लुक क्वेश्चन आंसर से है, ठीक है ना, हिस्ट्री के साथ. ये कभी कभी होती है, ठीक है. और मैं गुजारिश करूंगा अपनी माँ बहनों को भी पर्दे को 10 दिनों में रो लेना काफी नहीं जब तक पर्दा समझ में ना आए। पर्दे को सिर्फ रो लेना काफी नहीं 10 दिन, और ये ना हो कि 10 दिन के बाद सैयदा आपको देखे सारा साल कि कब चादर आएगी तेरे सर पे। 10 दिन तुमने मुझे रोया चादर के लिए, मैं जिंदगियों से रो रही हूँ कि इस चादर की हिफाजत मैंने तेरे लिए की है, वरना किसी की जरूरत थी मैं हैदर की बेटी और मुझे यूं ले आता। मजलिस शबीर में यूं बन ठन के ना आया कर, औरों ने सताया है तू तो ना सताया कर। अल्लाह आप लोगों को खुश रखे। 9 और 10 की मजलिस सिर्फ होगी उर्दू में और होगी मसाइब की तबलीग में बस। अल्लाह हाफ़िज़।
पेश करें, दुरूद पढ़िए।
के अंदर ही 5 मिनट छोटे से युग को दे रहा हूँ, 5 मिनट अरे दुरूद मोहम्मद वाले मोहम्मद सल्लल्लाहु राय खुशनूदी इमाम ज़माना बुलंद तर सलावत।
सलवात पढ़ें। मैं हज़रत इमाम अली अलैहिस्सलाम की शान में कसीदा पढ़ता हूँ। सलवात पढ़ें। तेरा नाम कुल्ले ईमान है, तेरा नाम कुल्ले ईमान है, तेरी याद मेरा रसूल है, तेरा कुर्ब है मेरी जिंदगी, तेरा कुर्ब है मेरी जिंदगी, तेरा आसरा माकूल है। तू हक दा पहला ईमान है, तू नबी दा क़याम मुक़ाम है, तू कऊद है, तू क़याम है, तू रकूं सजूद सलाम के कुल्ले नमाज है, तू वरस के कुल्ले नमाज है, तेरे नाल रब मशगूल है।
माशाअल्लाह जी।
तेरी जान दी कीमत रज़ा दे के रोटियां गिने हलता, तेरा दर है दर गुल्दे भरी, तेरा अर्श ते होया निकाह, एक तेरी ज़ात है या अली, एक तेरी ज़ात है या अली, जिंदे नाल बोझ फजूल है। ओते अर्श ते तू वलीद से, ऐ ज़मीन ते तू वसीद से, परदेस विच मज़हर बने, विच
माशाअल्लाह, क्या बात।
जनाब सैयदा फातिमा ज़हरा के हुजूर बुलंद तर सलावत। बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। खुतबा कंप्लीट। मजीद की पारा नंबर 30 मक्की चैप्टर, the clot, first and second verse। बारूद तक याद होगी एक इसमें रब्बिक अल्लाज़ी। And yesterday even we had an opportunity to discuss the Surah Takasur a little bit।
बावाले बुलंद सलावत। एक बार फिर भी सलावत। नारे तकबीर, नारे रिसालत, नारे हैदरी, नारे सलवात।
इजाजत है किबला साहब की सेहत ठीक नहीं है, उनकी सेहत और तंदुरुस्ती के लिए बुलंद तर सलावत। As I was telling you that yesterday we had a small discussion on Surah Takasur, the worldly increasing greed and curse. The first verse was, oh, you don't know you have to come, you have to see the graves, and there were two different tribes, Bani Manaf and Sahm, they fought. And the third verse, how can you deny it that you are not going to see the graves? How can you deny it that you are not going to see the graves? No, definitely you will come and see the graves. But there is a doubt, according to your fourth Imam. Always pray for your grave, because death is constant, death is permanent. But there is a doubt about the grave, whether some people will get grave or some may not get. And the verse number 7, in the grave somebody will come. Look at the point today. In the grave somebody will come and will ask you about your deeds and acts. And definitely you have to answerable, or you have to be answerable for your deeds and your acts, whatever you have done in this world. This is just a simple translation. The sermon number 355 in Nahjul Balagha, the peak of eloquence. Nahjul Balagha, the peak of eloquence. The translation. It's not written by Ali the Great. You will second my opinion, inshallah. It is not written by Ali the Great. Right? It is compiled by two Sayyid, two brothers. But these were the statements, different letters, the poetic touch, intelligentsia of Ali the Great, the endurance, and talks to Allah, talks to Mu'min, talks to believers, and even talk to kafirs. These are the glimpses in Nahjul Balagha, where you can see that how Ali the Great is talking to you through that time to this time. 355, what he said. One person came to him in the mosque of Kufa, and your Imam was delivering a lecture. And he requested and stopped. He said, Mawla, if I imprison one person in a house and lock the door and nobody is allowed to see him, how will he get the food? How will he get the food? Imam just laughed. A small, simple smile with eloquence. And he saw his companion, Ammar Yasir. While answering him, he was looking to Ammar Yasir. And there is a reason. And he said, oh Ammar Yasir, tell this man that Allah, who will send a messenger in the shape of angel, as a